Howdy, this is John Engstrom with TDI Technologies, here today to show you a use case for using a device to diagnose and correct a problem. Devices were added in ConsoleWorks 5.1. They're under the console's main nav tab, and if we click on our devices, we can see what I have defined here. In this T42 device, I have two connection refused, and I know that that's not something that I was expecting to see, so I can use the device to go and diagnose the problem. The first thing that I'm going to do is take a look at the logs. This is going to aggregate the log file for every console in that device, and I can possibly see what went wrong. So if I click on that, I have my log for today. Open that up, and we can scroll down to the bottom here, and we can see that there's some activity with the SSH daemon. So that tells me that possibly something's going on with those console connections. Up top here, I see that I have, from my ILOM connection, a show sys, which seems to be pretty innocuous. But up here on my sys log, I detected event of Solaris SU. So I know that my ILOM is, doesn't have an SU on it. So let me go down here and I can see my SSH non-priv console connection. And if I look at this, I can see that I have this disable SSH. And let me go ahead and scroll up top here, and they're color coded, so I can see that user Engstrom had connected to that console, the non-priv, and he ran the SU. So I'll have to have a talk with that user. He disabled the SSH daemon, and then came down here, and I can see that he killed the SSH PIDs, which stopped those console connections, and ConsoleWorks wasn't able to reestablish those connections. So using this aggregated log, I can see who connected to what console and what they did that was suspicious. So in order to fix that problem, I can go in here to my device, and I can no longer connect to my SSH consoles, but I do have the ability to connect to my ILOM. So I'll connect up to my ILOM here, and then I can do a start SP console, and I've started up the console, and from there I can log into my system, and then once I've logged into my system, I can do my enable of the SSH service, check to make sure my SSH daemons are running, and I have SSH daemons up and running. So disconnect from my console, and now you can see I have my restored communication on my device, and I can go and hunt down user Engstrom and figure out what he was doing and why he was doing, and if I wanted to, I can even go in here into ConsoleWorks and disable that user account until we have that conversation. So that was just a quick little tutorial of how the aggregation and the multiple console connections within a device can help the ConsoleWorks administrator or even ConsoleWorks users to diagnose and fix problems. If you have any questions about devices or any other features of ConsoleWorks, please don't hesitate to ask us. Support@tditechnologies.com. Thank you, and have a good day.